Good afternoon, Blazers. I'm Jay Manuel with Vanguard TV. Outdoor education has been outstanding. Here's Zachary Widener with the details.
Hi, I'm Zachary Widener from Vanguard TV. Here at Lebanon Trail, there are a lot of electives for students to choose from. These electives help students receive credits in order to graduate. One of our school's athletic credits is outdoor education. In outdoor education, students learn about wildlife conservation, hunting, boating, fishing, and more recently, archery. The students learned about the different parts of the arrow and the bow, even being able to shoot their own bows and arrows at targets. Archery is a sport that was first in the Olympics in 1900, but today, students among you can practice this art in the comfort of their own high school. We asked students what they enjoyed about their archery unit.
My favorite part of the archery unit was probably doing the archery itself. Though one of the harder parts was actually remembering all the different parts of an arrow, the fletching, the head, which type of heads you would use for what game, that sort of thing. It was all very fun, and I would say that it's probably the best and most interesting thing you can do at this school at this moment.
So I think my favorite part of the archery unit was just kind of hanging out with friends, like doing something really cool. It's not every day that you do have the opportunity, like in school, to go out and shoot bow and arrows. It was just really fun learning how to do it. It's a lot more difficult than you think it would be, actually. So
We then asked students how they feel about the class as a whole.
We get to learn about hunting, and then we get to learn about fishing, and then we get to shoot bows and arrows, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
My favorite thing about outdoor education is that we just have a lot of fun. Even when we mess up, sometimes it's really fun and it's okay. So that's what I find really fun about outdoor education.
Take outdoor education next year to learn many useful skills. From Vanguard TV, I am Zachary Widener.
We know what happens on the stage, but do we know what happens behind the curtains? Here's Julian Canlis with the story.
Theater productions would not be the same without the sets, the sound, and light. The class of technical theater provides the audience to fully immerse themselves in stories being told on stage. The teacher, Mr. Holloman, instructs students on how to build and control stage technicalities. Students in this class cooperatively work together to ensure the success of productions.
I think this class has really helped me improve my communication skills, because when you're working together with tools around a bunch of people, it's kind of dangerous because things could fall and stuff. So it's good to talk to people and communicate with everyone. The thing I most enjoy about this class is I kind of like designing stuff. I've been more kind of designing stuff for tech instead of actually building, because there's so many people that are building. And I think it's really fun, and it helps me explore my creative side of tech. I think this class I get a lot more freedom than I would with any other class, because Mr. Hallman's really great, and if I don't want to do something specific that they're doing, I could do something else. We make the entire set in tech for the most part. There's not a lot of stuff outside of tech that we do for shows, for the Crucible, with all the trees that we had in the background, and the big platforms you had to stand up on. That was really cool.
Okay. In the tech booth, there's usually about 4 people. You got the light board operator, who sits in front of the light board and uses preset cues to make all the lights on the stage change. You got your soundboard operator, who mutes and unmutes microphones in the musical so that the actors don't make noise off stage. You got your stage manager, who calls all of these cues. So every single technician, the stage manager talks to and tells them when they're supposed to do their different actions. And then the director, Mr. Holloman, is usually in there as well to make sure that they don't screw up. If he's not in there during the show, the assistant tech director will be in there. So for example, this show will be me, and I will be making sure none of the technician aspects mess up.
Productions would not have the right mood and details that bring together plays and musicals as a whole. From the Vanguard TV, I'm Julian Canlas.
Choir has been hitting notes. Here's Zach Bernice with the details.
Hello Blazers, we're 15 weeks in, and choir has been hitting highs and are planning to continue their success. Choir this year has grown over 350% this year alone. 9 of our LTHS Blazers will be going to state.
Okay, well the kids are, they have a lot of they have tracks that they actually practice with at home. They're spending a lot of their own time practicing because it is an individual event that they're doing. They have actually gone through phase 1 and phase 2 back in October and actually qualified past both of those. They were all selected for the region choir, and then they qualified past pre-area. So they've done this huge amount of music already. Many of them went to state choir camp this summer. 4 of them went to the Baylor camp. I know one of them went to one of the camps that was local. And so we with all the other things we have going on, we try to work together when we can on that. And they've really put a lot of effort into it and a lot of their personal time.
With state competition right around the corner, Mr. Button has been helping his students any way he can.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And a lot of things sometimes something as simple as, breathe in and breathe out. And where you breathe is really important when you sing, because all singing is breathing fancy. So, you take a breath and then you sing, and then you take another breath and then you sing. It's really that simple. That's what we all do.
I think Mr. Button's preparing us for competition and practices very well. He's organizing practices during Trailblazer time with both the freshman and the sophomore choir. And he's also preparing us by making us stay after school. He'll occasionally organize things where we'll have to meet either in the morning or after school occasionally. And he tries his best to work around our schedule because he knows that we have other classes too. So he's preparing us by that.
With choir preparing to be successful for state and also singing their heart out, this has been Zach Bernice from Vanguard TV.
If you have any segment or story ideas, visit lthsvanguard.com. With the Vanguard TV, I'm Jim Mano.